Now, the problem with sports always has been that the content is really profitable for a short period of time. And the more profitable it is, there's a renegotiation that happens at the end of that period. And then the content owner says, well, just pay me more, right? So therefore the profitability, it could look great. And what helped historically has been that subscribers were locked in. So churn rate was really low. In the streaming world, a person can go from one streaming platform to the other streaming platform. So if content moves, it's very easy for people to move. So therefore, in sport, the winner more likely is the content owner rather than the streaming platform. But there are different ways that you can play it out. Disney's trying all those through, particularly, again, scale comes in, that has an impact. Where Netflix has said, look, sport is not as profitable for us as it's not a profitable industry yet. Once it gets there, we will go into it. At this point in time, that's where I think things are at.
But I also think that the different type of content are best monetized through different modalities, so to speak. So we spoke about subscription-based video on demand, but there's also advertising. It worked in the previous world with the cable phenomenally, and it works now as well. Recently, most of the streamers are introducing AVOD, and it's been very advertising video on demand, AVOD. I think the important difference between type of engagement between subscription and advertising is that for subscription monetization, you don't really care that much about the engagement. You want to keep those users in suspense. You want to feel them, oh, I want to keep my subscription. It's almost like signing up for your gym membership and then on January 1st, and then you may go or not, but it makes you feel good. And same here, you're excited about that. You feel like, oh, something else might come out. And it's great. But for advertising, you really need the engagement. If users are not consuming the content, then advertising is not really going to do much for you. So those different types of content, live content, is great for advertising monetization modality.
One more point, actually. Sport, it's not uniform. It's one of the interesting things about sport is if you look at the type of sport that is, if you look at English Premier League, that goes for 42 weeks of the year. So that is actually a great thing because churn rate on that is naturally going to be low because you can't switch it off. Because you switch it off for 2 months, people just go out. By the time you remember it and turn it off, it's time to turn it back on. Versus if you say the NFL, that's 5 months. That's majority of the year you don't have it. So if you're a digital streamer, that's the thing that you're thinking about. It's like, well, the type of content that you want has to be long enough that people have less of an incentive to churn out of.